In the last video, we have seen how to do with curl command, but check with curl command. But in this video, I'm going to create a nice UI for that. So, for instance, if you open that tiny URL, so if you want to check this one, if you click on shorten link, you can see tinyurl.com and that ID. So in our case, we have a domain DevOps hero.xyz. So it's gonna be DevOps hero.xyz and then slash some ID. So it should look like this. So let's create that. So for that one, I have a domain at GoDaddy. So once you purchase a domain, you can go to manage products and then click on your domain. I'm gonna use this one. This one looks short. They are sharp. Okay, let's click on this one. Click on domain. Now you can see DNS and then click on name servers. Just change name servers. I'm just gonna delete these. Now if I come back to AWS, go to Route 53 and then click on create hosted zone. So give it domain name. It's there are shop, I believe, as a domain. Yeah, there are shop, not H. There are shop, and then it should be public hosted. Click on create hosted zone. So once you click on it, you're gonna have these links. Just copy them and update them in name servers. One is this one. We need 4 of them. Then couple of more. Just grab them and paste them. Maybe I'm gonna grab these 2 now. Paste it. Click on continue. Yeah, that's been done now. It's gonna take a while. So meanwhile, what we can do, you can, if you can come back here. So I'm gonna put this in a repository. What you need to do, you can look for API underscore base URI. So this one on line number 812. So you need to delete that one and then go back to your API we created earlier and then click on stages and get this URL and just replace it with it. So that's the only thing you need to do and save it. So once you save it, go to S3 buckets, click on create bucket. Do I have any buckets? Yeah, I already do have a bucket. So I'm just gonna, we need to empty it. Okay, once you're done with that, I just want to show from scratch. So that's why I'm just gonna delete this bucket. Okay, now click on create bucket and then give it your bucket name as your domain. It's out there at shop and then make it public. Acknowledge that. because we're going to host it static website inside S3. So this is as well serverless service. So we're not providing any servers. So get into the bucket, click on upload, just add files and choose your files. But make sure to update your API ID, okay? API URL. So that's been done now. Just click on upload. So once you upload it, you go to your bucket again, click on properties, scroll down to the end. You can see static website hosting. Click on that and just enable it. Give your file name index.html. We got error.html as well. Just check on that. That's it. Now you got the link. If you click on it, you're gonna get 403 because you made this bucket public, but you didn't make the objects public. So that's what we need to do. Click on permissions, and then you can see bucket policy over here. Click on edit, and then if you Google it, S3 bucket policy for a static website, you can go to this link and just grab this policy, come back and paste it. Just replace this URL ARN with our bucket ARN. Make sure to put slash and star asterisk, save changes. So that means inside this bucket everything. So if you click on refresh, now you can see. If you look for HTTPS, for example, bing.com, now it's doing the same thing. That's what we did with the curl, but we are getting this big URL. That's fine. We're gonna change this as well. But this UI is working. It looks pretty good, and it's converting these things as well. Now let's change this URL because it looks bigger. Instead of this one, it could show something AWS. Sorry, it's a HTTPS. There are shop and some and this ID. So if we get this one, this looks good. This is what we want here as well. This is what it's doing. So let's do that. What we need to do, let's check our DNS is propagated or not. If I do take Google, first we need to have that name servers pointing to AWS. It's adya.shop, right? And then we need to look for NS name servers. Still they're not pointing. If I refresh it, okay, I'll pause the video here. This one took a while, but finally it's been updated. Now let's jump into API gateway, click on custom domains, add domain, and then you can use subdomain, but in our case I just want to have URL like this one, so I'm not going to use subdomain. I'm going to go with my domain adya.shop. It's going to be public, API mapping only, and then I'm going to use TLS10, and here we need certificate. So we don't have any certificate for that one. What we need to do, just look certificate. So for instance, certificate manager, click on request public certificate, and then put your domain adya.shop. Just click on request. So this one gonna issue SSL certificate, but before issuing, it's gonna ask you that you need to prove it you're the domain owner. So to prove that, it's going to ask you to create these records. Just click on create records. That's been done now. If you refresh it, within seconds it's gonna say issued instead of pending. Still pending. It's been issued now. If you come back to here, just refresh here and then choose your certificate. So that's been done now. If you scroll down, if you click on custom domains, you can see your domain, and then if you scroll down, you can see configure API mapping. Click on that, choose your API and stage and save. That's been done now. Now we need to update this part. Earlier we used that API. Now before that, let's check with it. That's fine. Let's straight away update it. So if you look for API base, just delete this part and just put your domain. That looks fine. Just saved it, and we need to upload this in bucket. Click on add files and then upload it. So we're done. If you refresh it, if you try it now, it's not going to work. I'll show you. Yeah, that's expected because we created that, but we need to map here. Create record in Route 53. Just empty one, and then here you can choose alias, choose endpoint API gateway, and then region, that's in US West 1, and then choose an endpoint API. Create records. It's going to take a while, around 30 seconds. Meanwhile, you can refresh it. You can give it a try here. Let's copy this one, refresh it. If you refresh it, now check it now. HTTPS bing.com. Now it's working. Just copy this one and paste in here. Okay, it says missing authentication. We got prod in here. So if you get rid of this one, now it's working. So that means we need to adjust our function, create URL. If you scroll down, that stage is coming from here. So if you get rid of this one, delete this and deploy it. So that's been done. If you refresh it now, if you try to do HTTPS bing.com, now we don't have that prod anymore. But if you copy paste it, let's see, now it's working. So that looks great now, but we don't want to have this this lengthy URL. Instead of that, I want to put any subdomain dot shop because we are already using main domain with the API. So we need to do some changes, but I don't want to get into that details. So just use any subdomain. We basically go with API with the API dot domain.com, but in our case this is a different scenario. That's fine. Let's use what I'm gonna do. If you want to have a domain with HTTPS, this S3 bucket doesn't support that SSL termination. For that one, we need to use a CloudFront distribution. That's a CDN, content network. So you can type CloudFront and then open it. create distribution, and then I'm gonna go with pay as you go. Next, and then give domain name. Actually, I'm gonna use www.author.shop. www is subdomain here. That looks fine, and then we can check that author.shop. It's in Route 53. You can click on check domain. So that looks fine. I'm gonna add subdomain as well. I'm going to say URI.author.shop, for instance. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. Maybe web, I could say web dot. And next, and then we need to browse our S3 bucket, author.shop. Choose that, and then use website endpoint. That's fine. Next, and then I don't need any more protection. That's fine. I'm fine with it. Create a wildcard record. Click on create certificate. Now it's gonna issue certificate because we have subdomain web as well, www as well. So it's good to get wildcard. So it's gonna get that. Yeah, it got that. Now click on next and then create distribution. So it will be done. Now let's jump back to Route 53 again because we need to create subdomains www and then alias, choose CloudFront distribution, and then choose our distribution. It's still creating, it seems. Let me refresh this page. www CloudFront distribution, and then choose our. Is it still creating? If you click on here, it says enabled web author shop. But author shop, we are using it for. Okay, that's fine. If I come back, let me refresh again. But here I don't see that CloudFront distribution. Now we can see. So I'm going to say www author.shop and then click on create record, and then one more web alias, choose endpoint. It's CloudFront distribution, and then this one, save it. Now let me open in incognito mode. If I do web.author.shop, now we can see this HTTPS as well. So this is how we can do. That's for 1 year. That looks fine now. Now you can do this. Now you got this. You can simply paste it. Now you can do. It's like a tiny URL. If you check in here, for instance, if I go with maybe apple.com, so it comes with tinyurl.this ID. Now if you try it here, here apple.com, now it's with Adya. Copy it. So that's how it works. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.